Hello, Riwaz. How are you? How was your day?
Hello, Manoj. I'm good. My day was good. How was your day?
Yeah, my day was also good. And did you analyze the topic that given to us by our professor?
Yeah, I did an analysis on the topic that our professor gave us. I've made a presentation on it. I'll share my screen right now. Um,
Okay, let's discuss about the presentation that you have
yeah,
prepared.
yeah, sure. So the question that our professor gave was debate between like when will the price change in cigarettes affect the demand. So there was both pro and cons about it. So like
Yeah,
to answer the question.
as as we go through this topic, there are certain number of people who say that cigarettes increase in the price, cigarettes demand decreases. But in reality, we don't find cigarettes demand decreasing. Okay, let's
Yeah,
discuss this regarding demand and supply curve.
yeah, sure. Moving on to the demand curve, like when to create the demand curve, when as the law of demand states, uh, change in price is inversely related to like quantity demanded. So when P1 is at Q1, P2 will be at Q2, which is where Q1 will be lesser than, greater than Q2. And going on to the law of demand, uh, when there is a price increase, there will be a deficit in quantity demanded. So as we can see in the figure, uh, when there was no price change, when the price was P1, there was Q1 quantity demanded. And when there was a price change and there was a decrease in demand, we can see that when the same good is priced at P1, there is a Q3 quantity demanded by the consumers, which is where Q1 is lesser than Q3.
Oh, that's good. What's about the law of supply? What do you say?
According to the law of supply, when price increases, the quantity supplied increases as well. So as you can see in this figure, when the price increases, the supply increases. When price is at P1, at first it was the quantity supplied was at Q1, and now at when the price is P1, supply is at Q3. So moving on, combining both of these laws, as we can see, uh, the equilibrium price when there was no change at all was at E1. And when both changes, both in the demand and supply side, we can see the new equilibrium at E4.
Yeah,
So in the case, yeah.
as I we go through on the daily consuming foods, the price increases, but the quantity supplied or quantity required is always the same. Similarly, in case of cigarette, that as price grows, the habitual people who are habituated of cigarette smoking, they always smoke. There is no problem of pricing. So what I mean to say is, if price increases also, the quantity supplies Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4 will be equal. That means the quantity equal means always with high price also increasing price it will shift upwards. That means the cigarettes company who are producing cigarettes will generate more revenue. So I think what is cigarettes price doesn't change with the increasing cigarettes quantity. Users won't change with the increase in price. Okay, let's talk about the other that is about inelastic things.
So moving
Inelasticity of
on,
cigarettes.
your statement that you made just now about cigarette prices not affecting the quantity demanded. I agree, completely agree with your statement, as cigarettes are perfectly inelastic good. It's not like a normal good where, like, when the price increases, the quantity demanded decreases. As we can see in the figure, regardless of the price increase at P1, P2, and P3, the quantity demanded is at Q1.
Yeah.
The change in quantity demand is zero, and the quantity demand is constant. So I completely agree with your statement, as like, with behavior, the law of demand and law of supply only considers the price change and quantity demanded, and it takes every other factor as constant. So I feel like this the statement you made, like, about cigarettes being an inelastic good, is like correct.
Yeah, this is demand. And looking from the supplier side also, when quantity Q1 is supplied in price P1, at in Q1, but suppliers wants to sell maximum amounts of quantity in high price. And
Yeah.
when price increases, the demand, according to suppliers, more quantity. In P1 they will supply Q1 quantity. In P3 they will supply Q3 quantity. Now looking from the point of demand, firstly we can see the equilibrium at the point of P1 Q1, and when the price increases, then it will be shifted upwards, and then also equilibrium is shifted. That means the revenue that company is generating at the beginning is less than the revenue that they will generate after increasing price. That means increasing price doesn't decrease the quantity they are selling. So from these slides we came to the conclusion that cigarettes doesn't depend on the price, that depends on the habitual mans. By increasing the price they don't stop smoking, though they know that smoking is injurious to the health, but also they are smoking because they are not thinking either about health, not about price. So the maximum price increases, but also the same amount of consumers they will be consuming. From this I came to conclusion is that cigarettes quantity doesn't decrease by increasing the price. What about you?
However, I'd like to add on to this. Like, this, I feel like cigarettes are inelastic good for the short term, as like, how much price increase can the suppliers do until, like, the consumers realize this is priced way too high, and like the quantity demand just decreases. So that means that in this case, that also needs to be taken into consideration for the short term. Of course, I completely agree with you. B- like, government imposing tax on cigarettes has still not affected the quantity demanded, as still the cigarettes is at a affordable price regardless of the increase in tax. But I feel like, at a level where, like, price increase is way too high, the consumers will find substitute goods with technological advancements, like the introduction of e-cigarettes, like healthier substitutes. There are options, but the market has not grown. So I feel like if the price at a point increases too much, the consumer will realize that substitute goods are like a better option than cigarettes.
Yeah, yeah. Until there is substitute goods for the cigarettes, consumer will be consuming, either price will be low or high, they will be consuming in the equal amount.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for the this
Yes.
time. See you tomorrow.
See you.
Okay, good night.
Yeah, good night.